Okay, in previous videos, I've shown you how to do an exploit by moving an exe between our Kali and a victim machine. But now we want to go ahead and do a script web delivery. That way we don't have to worry about moving an exe over. We can just give them a web link for them to download. Now it's important to realize we have to be matching bit version. So if we are attacking a 64-bit process, we need to be doing it with a 64-bit exploit. So that was just one of those nidbits. Let's go ahead and get into our MSF console. We're going to be doing a web delivery exploit. So we're going to go ahead and use exploit. It's going to be one of the multiple versions. It's going to be script. Oh, it helps if I spell script right. And actually, when you tab out script, one of the big ones underneath script is web delivery. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and look at the show options for it. And the big thing that we really care about is our L hosts. We want to make sure that that is set. And also the exploit target. Here, the target is going to be using ID of 0 is Python. So our payload will be a Python payload. Let's assume we want a different type of target. So let's do show target. Show targets. So if we want to attack using Python, we can. If we want to attack via PHP, we can. Or we could attack via PSH, also known as PowerShell. So I actually want to go ahead and set my target to PowerShell. If I do a show options again, I should see that this is now PowerShell. But this is a window exploit, and my payload is still showing Python. So we got to be wary of that. That means we actually need to change our payload. I'm going to go ahead and set my L host first before we worry about our payload. So set L host 168.10.176, because again, that's the IP address of my machine. And we need to go ahead and set our payload. So set payload Windows interpreter reverse DCP. Let's do show options. Payload options is Windows interpreter. My L host is there. My appropriate port is there. My server host and server ports are left default. We can do SSL if we want. In our case, we're not going to. Let's go ahead and click run. Before I do that, a common thing that I've noticed is sometimes getting the ID to change for the appropriate target. When that happens, I've had to actually power cycle it a few times, exit out of MS Console, go back into it. Normally on the second time around it works, but just in case. Alright, so we actually want to take this string of code and we want to copy it and paste it into a PowerShell on our victim machine. Because I'm having issues with my clipboard, I'm actually just going to put a flash drive in, paste it to a text document, and then remove it off of my Kali and then put it on my Windows 7 machine. Not ideal, but for now, it will work. All right, so let's go ahead and word wrap. I should be able to open up PowerShell. And paste it. All right, so it opened and closed. And in Kali, nothing happened. So actually, I was talking to one of the engineers from Rapid7 about this. And so the suggestion that they gave me was, if that happens, PowerShell opens and closes, let's go ahead and let's dissect the code. We actually want just the HTTP portion. Let's just take that, paste it into our web browser, and it will give us a cleaned up version of the code. I'm just going to highlight all of it, copy and paste it, go back to PowerShell, and paste it. It pasted a lot more text, and again, it opened and closed, but I actually have an interpreter shell. So, two different ways to be able to exploit a target machine. Again, we can go through our sessions. We could go through and see exactly what we can do. Because it actually never gave us the interpreter shell, it just kind of showed the connection, kicked us out. Let's go ahead and do a sessions S H to see what our options are. I'm interested to see my active sessions. So sessions -L, and there is my interpreter shell with that machine. So let's go ahead and let's interact with it. Session I1. There's my interpreter shell. Let's do sysinfo to make sure that's my machine, and that is my machine. If we want to capture this desktop or take a screenshot or whatever we want to do, we can. But again, this is a separate or a different way to gain an interpreter shell on our victim machine. Not saying one's better than the other, it's just here's a different way. I want to thank you.